There's so many reasons why I like St. Mark's. Mostly because of what God does in this church. It became so clear to me that St. Mark's is more than just a church. It's more than just a building and Sunday school classrooms and a sanctuary. When I look at this church, it is the people that it has. It's the people who have reached out to us to make me, the unchurched, feel welcome. And when I sit in the pew, it is so obvious to me that God's hands are on this church. By the way that we have outreach, in-reach, it just is so overwhelming how God works his way through this church. And when I first started getting involved, Pastor Dale had advertised a Saturday, to come and sit down and do a Trinity prayer. And I signed up for it, and then lo and behold, we found out that it's 3 hours. And I kept telling myself, how are we going to pray for 3 hours? And it was a life-changing event for me. I still have that prayer today, and it's something that just holds near and dear to my heart, and it's something that I don't take for granted. And there's so many times that I will go up and take communion and sit down and literally just stare at the cross. It's a cross that we probably look at all the time in the sanctuary and might not stop to realize, but I look at that cross and to me it's like, Jesus really died for me. And it's a reminder to me every time I take communion that life is so much bigger. And life is big because God has his hands on this church. Another critical time of my faith journey was the time when I was blessed to be asked to be on the call committee. I say blessed now because there were times that I felt it was a curse, not a blessing, but the call committee will always be a very, very tender, personal, touching, heartfelt moment from the time we got together. I was definitely blessed through all of that. And then we met Pastor Rob. Pastor Rob was somebody who just inspired us immediately. He was somebody who challenged us. It was somebody who it was clear to us that God had called him to St. Mark's. And to sit back now and to see God's hands working through so much of this, it's humbling, but it's amazing to see God's hands on this church in Bowling Green put so much spirit in all of us to lead us out into this community, to do so many wonderful things, but to love each other and to surrender and submit to him. I come to St. Mark's because I'm in fellowship with other believers, people who love Christ, and to know that he died for us. And when we look at the cross, we know why we're here. I am Amy Schroeder, and this is why I love St. Mark's. Thanks be to God.